Hey there, everybody. Welcome to my last match of the hand mix pool play here against EmilyFD. This board has a lot of draw decks, but not so there's Scholar Scholar Village Green. Coven's gonna be potentially quite annoying. You can't really banish the curses, they don't stay away. I guess you can Lighthouse, so probably not an issue. You'll get consistent, or should be able to get consistent Lighthouses before that point. Conclave still, or not, Coven still may be a reasonable get. Buy is a little awkward here for sure. You can do Tragic Hero, of course, but it won't stick around necessarily. Anyway, it seems clear you build up a little bit, though there may be some limits to how built up you can get. I can owl this to draw 3 and then cycle a little bit. Get the shuffle going. They get a Tragic Hero, which seems fine. I can banish 4 coppers. Seems pretty good. Just because I drew all coppers, of course. I could banish 2 coppers. Or I can get like a Scholar. This could be banished to estates, or can draw on a little bit. This seemed alright. Okay, this is all the estates. Now I'll buy a Coven, I think. I don't know how often they'll be playing their Lighthouse. Not clear to me. Maybe quite often. I'm not as in love with the Faithful Hound. I don't think I need to finish the banishing at this point. I don't think makes sense. I don't think their Coven should ever attack me. Now it might make sense to finish the banishing. Though it could also be like a Tragic Hero. Okay, so this isn't quite as good. Or this didn't work out so well. By a Scholar. I don't think I want to cycle, like what I have in the top there is pretty fine. I guess I'll get a Village Green. At some point I can banish the other coppers. What is the last card? Village Green, so no real reason to draw it. I'm gonna get in 2 curses this turn. May do the last banish. They'll lose their buy. They're probably doing a big banish here. Which is good. They have a nice deck. I just think I'll probably win on Conclave points eventually. Unless they get, without a Lighthouse still, second Lighthouse, 2 curses every other turn is gonna be really rough. How much is this? I think I do it like this. And then do the Scholar. Scholar gives you play, right? Yeah, so you get. I mean, I can even up that a little bit. To like 4 curses, if it. I have a little underdrawn for sure right now. Like that should realistically probably be like Coven / something else. Particularly she was really likely to play the Lighthouse, so it was pretty much guaranteed. So 2 Covens there looks like bad buy. It should probably be split between Coven and something else. Yeah, but if they, this is again without the Lighthouse for the next turn. There's gonna be fairly rough. That was wrong on the Conclave front. Since that was my only target, and it's not gonna matter, but it was still a misplay on my part. You leave a Scholar down in the bottom, which is nice. I mean, we don't have to. We could get the banish now. So how much money do we have? We might as well do the banish. And then we still have exactly $10. Or really, I should have done the banish the previous turn, probably, over the 2 Covens. I don't know how high I want to build here. If I want to build up to 16 or not. I'm not sure if I want more tragic heroes. I probably can support some. I honestly didn't see Poorhouse until just then. Again, it's not really clear to me that I need to go above to go to $16 or not, but they're gonna take 4 curses this turn. Again, I shouldn't just click the I shouldn't click the I mean I have a Poorhouse, so it's okay, but it's a little bit sloppy. I don't even know what I have left. I mean, oh, I guess it's Coven, so I guess I can't do next turn. But that's all right. This is actually pretty bad. I bought a Village Green, but I didn't see it. So they probably get to curse me a little bit next turn. There's nothing I can do to rescue this turn either. I can buy a province. I don't know if that's the right thing, but there they are getting the second lighthouse, which is going to be important. Those buys looked quite good, I think, for them. Hopefully they just don't have a turn, but I also keep forgetting Owl. Like, I keep talking about some of these hands where I don't have draw as if I don't have a way out, but that's not the case. So I'm probably taking 2 curses here, and that's going to pretty much evaporate. Oh, you can do... Oh, right. The super draw. I haven't really needed that, but it's pretty cute. I loaded the play the Faithful Hound for no reason. I guess it gets you an action back. Yeah, I mean, I just now have pretty much the 1 curse difference, so they've got a nice deck. Me missing the lighthouse is a pretty big deal there. I can't double now. That's not safe at all. But I can like double and duchy or whatever. So Covens are probably the best alley thing. We're gonna do an alley thing. Assuming we don't draw the tragic hero, I guess. What is my action situation like? How many terminals do I need to play? I mean, I don't have to play the scholar. I'm basically questioning whether I can. I mean, I guess I can always play the scholar. Do I get anything from activating 1, 2, 3? Like, should I have been activating? Triple province was probably not safe. Do I even have enough money to double? I can't double. I don't want to double. We covered that. Oh, and I should have the lighthouse, unless I think the game isn't lasting that long, in which case it might make sense. I'm not really sure. I gotta think about that. Gotta think about the money situation here. If I'm just going province duchy, I definitely because if we make it around to another turn, I don't want to lose this VP. I probably don't play the lighthouse. This was bungled a bit. Just village green next turn. Province duchy. This is scary. The other option would have been to add another poorhouse. Maybe that was better, to play lighthouse, play tragic hero, and add another poorhouse. That's possible. I don't know if I had the actions to do that, actually. Probably I did. I don't remember now. The double goes to 26. I need province double duchy, 18. 18 I can get. In theory. Maybe they can just triple though. There's still another Faithful Hound they can play. Oh no, well. I mean, I'm fine. They want to play the Hound and draw the 2 golds. Oh, well, yeah. Or Village Green. How many golds did they have last time? I mean, they're probably at triple. 6? Yeah, they should be at triple. They had this $6. They added 6 more. Just always play all the action. That's funny. All right, that was well played. I should have. I mean, I couldn't get 0 provinces there, I don't think, but that was weird. I don't know what just happened there. All right, so they take game 1. I definitely had some deck composition issues, and maybe you can go. I probably was just messing around. I did the Covenant stuff because they didn't have the second lighthouse, but it was probably still not worth it. It maybe would have been better to do more Poorhouse Tragic Hero stuff quicker and be in a position to multi-province. But I'm not totally clear on that. All right, so this has just a lot of draw to X and draw to X working stuff. But also platinum, which is not so friendly for that. But it's probably not worth it. I'm trying to think if you open what you open. If you go like Mill Watchtower or Forager Jack, even you can do Forager Mill. Or I mean Forager Watchtower is a possibility. Jack isn't that exciting, I guess. Forager Mill has some problems, but also some potential nice enough upsides. They get a plaza. I don't like the plaza opening especially. Even though plaza will of course be quite good here. I still am not a fan of the open on it. Next 5 will be Courtier, and then I need a Watchtower. Well, Mill has 2 types. I just need a double type. There's no... I don't super love the guide, but I guess I don't super hate it either. This should either be double Plaza or Plaza Mill. I know I said next 5, but that wasn't a 5, that was 8 and 2 buy, so you know. A little different. Let's draw on. So that didn't work out that well, but probably have Plaza Library, maybe just Library, maybe just Plaza. Either we're gonna draw copper and by Courtier, we're gonna play on to have probably a pretty good turn. Oh, there's a Forager down there. I got confused. Okay, so we don't have 5 because we do want to trash. In my opinion, we can get the Watchtower though. I'm pretty far ahead in thinning right now. But that was the case last game and I still lost, so. I wonder if I should squirrel the mill. We could also do vault instead of courtier. Squirrels actually, this is one of those things people always, well, not always, some people will talk about duration draw or like squirrel, which is essentially duration draw, as if it's like anti-synergistic with draw to X, but it's actually just like super good with draw to X if you're doing draw to X, because the whole point of draw to X is you need these specific card combos, and if you have them, you can make your hand size whatever you want. So the kickoff is the most important thing, and then the squirrel is useful for that. I don't know if I'll take golds ever. I did draw more of the stuff probably than I strictly wanted, as far as that all is concerned, but gold seems, I mean, I guess I could do gold up the forger, so really the forgers are just going to be squirrels here pretty soon. Well, eventually. I need some money, I guess. This was probably bad order. But it should be fine. In theory, I should have done this courtier stuff before that and kept the library, of course. I don't think I need a third buy. Maybe I can use a third buy. Well, I guess I can get it from the forwarder. What do I have as the bottom as a plaza? So it's basically pay $1 for a no, this, we just leave this. They have the library, yeah. They're calling it. I should be okay. But I certainly thought that was the case on the last game, and it didn't end up being the case. Okay, so we have some options here. The saddest thing, I guess, would be if the library is on top of the deck. Um, still courts here to get through, and then foragers. I'm not super clear on the best way to up this payload. I mean, I can always just do Colony Plaza and keep stockpiling up. Coffers. Well, I don't have so many treasures that that's trivial to do, but they hit Colony again. They're spinning some coffers now. I'm not sure I love the forager at this point for them. To be frank, how do I do? I'm trying to play some of these villagers. I mean, anyway, we can probably skip now. I'm not 100% sure what the orders ought to be for some of this stuff. Sure. That's not always super clear to me. There's still not a copper in here, isn't there? Okay. Some turn they won't find their library. I hope. They probably have it in hand because otherwise I assume they would guide, yeah. I mean, I guess I'll probably be able to double colony as long as I squirrel enough on some turn. If we just keep doing single colonies. I don't think I have to play around double from Emily. And there's just no way. I don't have enough coffers. But me hitting double is still like sort of sequence dependent. I may not have to actually hit double. The main thing here is that we're gonna want like a lot of squirreling done. Like way more than any other thing. Just to have a kickoff next turn. Like the foragers should probably both be squirrels. I don't know what the order to do this all is. Actually, let me leave the undo. Maybe it's just the vault now. The scary thing is if you draw both draw to X cards. That would be the sort of scary thing. But we didn't, so. Okay. How much? Guess it's better to squirrel than to. Well, we may get a coffer out of it. What is my best way to hit? Should this be plaza or should it be mill? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna hit double or. I mean, I guess I have double almost in hand. I just need buy. So that should do it right. I mean, I don't want to mess it up, but the vault can discard 1, 2, 3. I have $16 essentially, so. I think I have to go 2-2 to win the group phase here. At least 2-2. So one more win is, I think, enough. I'm hoping we can finish. I mean, the pace we're playing them at is totally fine. I'm hoping it doesn't go much longer than that because I have to do commentary for the finals and I have to figure out my Twitch thing, which I think I already have it set up, but I just need to confirm it's working. Bishop opening I don't like at all. I don't know. I guess I draw on and buy a hermit. There's a lot of stuff to do here though, for sure. Didn't get the best hermit draw of all time. I think you can lose the necro, which I guess isn't quite the same as saying you ought to lose the necro. I can hermit or owl, I mean. Trying to get a 5, I guess. That might be the better thing. The necro is actually pretty nice. I don't know. If you do minions, they just get a bunch of village greens. Which they probably do anyway. You don't do minions. The draw to X stuff is a little weirder. Minions may still be worth it in spite of that. Of course, there's just a bunch of stuff that fights minion here. You would just get minion not really because of the attack, but just because you thought it was a good kind of engine. What's the other option? It's like count. Your payload here is really limited. I guess you can do count and gain duchies and trash them to bishop. It's a little hard to play with the plunders. I mean, if all your treasures are trash, but a few plunders, you can probably do encampment stuff. Buy is a bit of a pain. It's all a bit of a pain here. Whoops. I mean, actually, it's incredibly easy to trash and draw here. The payload is just a little wonky. So it's not true that everything's a pain here. It's mainly just that the payload is not exactly there. I don't know here if I go for a village green. They still haven't played their bishop. I mean, at some point I'll probably take the flag. I don't know why I played the necro. That wasn't particularly useful. This could either be second hermit with an expedition, but we know we have a cursed village on, so expedition doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So we can go forager hermit. Still no bishop play from them, which makes that all look a bit weird. That was wrong. I'm not gonna undo that, of course, but that was wrong. I should have trashed copper and owl the necro. That was just a bad pick on my part. That was just playing too fast, more or less. I can gain duchies and immediately set them aside with native village. Incredible. But like I could have gotten to the hermits there and gotten more money and just a number of other things that could have been useful. All right, they take the flag bearer, which is probably, you know, a signal that it's reasonable for me to take the flag bearer this turn. I'm not fully clear on what I want to gain with my hermits. I can go for extreme what am I trying to say? I can go for extreme foraging. You have to say it like that. Extreme foraging. You of course don't have to buy expensive things to have the draw engine either. Everything, I mean, you can just gain everything and play owl stuff, you know. Which is kind of what they've been doing so far. Maybe we'll just fight over the flag bearer for the end of time. Get Cursed Village. Okay. Cursed Village is sort of like Tune 1 as far as that stuff's concerned, so it's a little bit nicer than the most basic form of it, but extreme foraging. Could do that. Not sure. They have as many foragers as me, so the extreme foraging isn't like the be all end all of stuff I can do here. I could get a silver and draw them all, I guess, or some other thing. Silver isn't the most exciting, but there's something to be said for just having a bunch of village greens as far as robustness is concerned. I could get a bishop. You can always owl it. Feel a bit ahead on the payload stuff, but it could all go to pot. And I'm not like way ahead, so. As a minion, I think the minion is probably a mistake. I will certainly hammer the village greens now. No doubt. Now, I don't know. There's some options here. And I'm not super confident of choosing the correct ones. Like, I guess the question is, do I really need to gain 2/2s? I mean, I probably can. So we might as well try it. Well, that wasn't really it. And, you know, it's not that bad. Are there more village greens? Can we do... Can we do this and then like this and be pretty happy? Yeah. I mean, sure. I'm pretty happy. What to gain? What to gain? Okay. Locust. Well, I've had worse locusts in my life. I think, most likely. This game is probably going to take longer unless I can owl. No, you don't. Well, I guess it's not totally clear. You could owl it. Probably not though, right? You just do that. There's not really much reason to. You can... No, that doesn't even make sense. Whatever it was I was gonna say doesn't make any sense. Unsurprisingly, we can run out the village greens and the hermits, and then, I don't know, the foragers. There's gonna be some gain in play pile out shenanigans, which are possible very, very soon, especially depending on what they do with the piles this turn. For instance, village green lowering is a real factor in that. I mean, like, if I chain the hermit successfully, I don't know that I have the actions for that, but if I chain this hermit successfully, I can get it down to 3 foragers, 1 village green, which is not that much money to have. Particularly when the foragers can trash each other. So, but that's assuming I can do the overdraw and have the terminal space to make it work. And there's not truly a reason for me to go for that at this stage either. So I get province. I don't think maybe they have about as much gains as I do as far as that goes. I guess I can make a judgment on that soon. So I would need $8 more. And I also need to successfully play every single hermit and then draw them and play them all and draw one and play the forward and probably draw those. Yeah. It's not sounding as appealing to me. At this precise moment. I guess we can evaluate based on the discard. We would be bishoping. I think it's just it's probably possible if I had to guess. But it's sort of like, why try to do that? More than anything, I guess is my. How much money do I want to have? 12 would be good. 12 and 2 buys is probably pretty good. This is like 6 to 1, half a dozen of the other. Now I need less money, I guess. Though the native village, well, less money for the native villages, but probably the buys then are the issue because you can't do the foragers, trashing foragers. The lowering of the hermits makes it a little easier. I would say. Oh, I forgot. I probably have had village greens in hand with count, or I haven't done the the discard to count. I guess it's not guaranteed to be the best option depending on your hand, but there was probably points in time where it was the thing to do, and I just didn't do it. All right, so I could trash a forge or do a bishop if he plays it. The pile out is much easier now, though it's still kind of scary. But it's like way easier now. Seeing this cursed village doesn't help a whole lot, but maybe we'll start on that direction. Because I only need $9 in 3 buys at this point. I mean, if we're gonna go for it, this is probably how it should be done. This is probably in hand now. I hope. Do I have... I guess the money is the issue? Well, no, I can get the money from the... count. What I don't actually know is whether it's correct to... discard these village greens. Or whether I need to take copper. Or whether I play both of them or just one of them. I don't remember what's left in my deck. is the long and the short of it. Well, I don't need to play anymore. I just need to play the hermits, right? I don't know. This didn't matter, but... I didn't get the benefit from the second village green because of the order I did it in. I thought I was going to get more benefit doing it the way I did it, but it was actually made it so that I didn't get to do the reaction on the other one at all. Unfortunately for me. All right, one last game. Because it was stop moving or whatever if that rule's called. The what do we have? Okay, 5. Okay. There's no... Well, there's trashing and bishop. But... It could be paddock, it could be coven. I think on the opening. And this could be... Oh, there's native village. That could be good for set aside. Native village or hamlet. You could also just save a... So they take a flag bearer right off the bat. Which, since I don't hit 4 that it makes it look quite a bit nicer. For some tempo gain by them. Maybe it should be silos. Not sure. The Haunted Woods is okay. I don't know. I'm not sure about the Haunted Woods. They get another coven. This could be bad. Okay, it was good. This isn't clearly good because of the Haunted Woods, but do I want a second coven? What would be nice, I mean, I'll be able to save at least one of the estates, so it's not a huge deal. Set aside, that is pretty fine. Top decking the one estate isn't a big deal. We need to get either a hamlet or like maybe it's time for outposts already. We do need a we do need a hamlet. And certainly a mill. Native village, my native village so far, my set asides have been very good. I'm not too beat up over the silver. Okay. We could save a copper and buy hamlet. That seemed pretty good to me. If we find both the covens, okay, well, we didn't find both the covens. In fact, we may have a spot where we really don't want to play the native village. So it's got 50-50, which maybe is, how much do I have? So that's 4 cards. I mean, I guess we could just lose the coven. Okay. So, okay, we won the curse split 7-3. That's pretty huge. May go for a bishop, I'm not sure. I don't really expect the provinces to work out. I just don't think they'll be able to do it consistently. Okay, I'm not really going to use, they don't have a Haunted Woods down right. I'm not really going to use action or buy here. But I guess we can do it just for giggles. There is something to this. I guess if I had 5, I would have considered mill save, but I think with Or if I had 6. But I think with 5, we just gotta buy a 5. The question is what 5? More paddocks are not bad at all. A Haunted Woods I don't think is bad. Council Room, probably okay. This seems like a good shuffle or good enough shuffle to trigger. Oh, that was lucky. This should either be save and Hamlet or just a mill. They may Haunted Woods, and that could hit pretty hard here. For sure. We just got to make sure the piles don't empty before we catch up with whatever way. We can catch up with bishop. We can catch up with a lot of different things. They're about to shuffle into their whatever shuffle. What am I trying to say? They're about to shuffle into their really awful shuffle. If I can draw a deck, which is maybe ambitious. See, they drew, yeah, that's rough. They drew 1,000,000 cards and they get more or less nothing out of it. We could start on the bishop. It feels like to me that I'll get more use out of the bishop than they will. And even though they'll probably trash a lot of curses, but it could be bishop's wrong, and I could be the bishop's totally wrong. But. This is some draw. Probably not playing the native village. It's certainly a way to make up a points differential. The bishop. How much are we gonna have? 8? Sure. That's probably the wrong card to discard, but whatever. I still have a mill. A mill would be good. Council room maybe would be better than paddock at some point. Oh, look at that. That's kind of funny. No coppers. I guess this is what happens once you've replaced your copper. Or not, I haven't replaced any coppers, but... did they play on it? No. Right now I have 4 terminals. Didn't work out this time. We didn't get to the Haunted Woods, I guess is what I'm referring to. Maybe we should get the council room. I'm not really sure what the fastest way for me to end it is. Maybe Mills and Hamlets. This time we're drawing. We're still not to the outpost though, which would be the real prize here. That was probably too many actions and not enough buys. We didn't get the outpost. Maybe just provinces is the fastest way. Definitely was lucky with the native village. Maybe we can get to the end this time. Or not this, you know what I mean. Maybe you don't know what I mean. I mean, how should I know? I really know it's the last cards. Meant to discard for action. Not that it probably matters. But it is probably giving me the better chance of ending it on this next turn. If we find some horses. Which we have good chances of. Are we at 16? I don't want to go. I mean, I don't want to play way over. Is this 16? Yeah. All right. So that was in the group phase, and I didn't put any of the score over, but I'm gonna. I just beat Terrakivas by 1 game actually, because I went through on all my games. So close group. And but I'll make it the playoffs. Maybe Terrakivas will too. I think there's some second place people that go. Anyway, if you want to watch more Dominion, the championship finals for the Shuffle It tournament, and we're starting in 35 minutes. So see y'all later.